Carlos King. Some fans believe Carlos may have had a hand in sending the feds straight to Marsau and Marsau Scott's doorstep. At first, it sounds unbelievable, but when you connect the dots, it doesn't seem so far-fetched. Carlos isn't just any TV producer, he's a heavyweight. From Real Housewives of Atlanta to Love and Hip Hop and now Huntsville, he's built a career on exposing secrets and stirring up drama. So when talk started that the FBI was investigating the Scotts and Carlos might have tipped them off, fans didn't ignore it, they leaned in. Marsau and Letitia aren't just background cast members either. They've branded themselves as Huntsville's power couple. Real estate bosses and entrepreneurs who constantly talk about legacy and generational wealth. But longtime viewers know their business dealings haven't always looked perfect. There have been whispers of unfinished projects, questionable timelines, and missing money. Social media, as always, took the whispers and turned them into a storm. Fans dug through old episodes, pointing out how Marsau dodges questions about his businesses while Letitia jumps in to defend him every single time. Some even claimed Marsau's company was in financial trouble. And when people start talking money problems, it doesn't take long before the letters FBI start floating around. Meanwhile, Carlos has stayed calm. He hasn't denied or confirmed anything, just thrown out a few cryptic comments that let imaginations run wild. And if you know Carlos, you know he's all about turning drama into storylines. But here's the twist. Some fans think the entire FBI rumor could be a PR move. Whenever the Scotts are under fire, whether it's cheating rumors, shady business talk, or family drama, suddenly this FBI angle pops up like a perfectly timed plot twist. It keeps the buzz alive, keeps people watching, and keeps them talking. But that kind of rumor is dangerous. Once it catches fire, it's almost impossible to control. And if real investigators hear about it, they may start looking into things themselves. Marsau has always presented himself like a mogul, big contracts, big projects, and an empire in the making. But fans started checking receipts. Some projects never finished. Some clients claimed they didn't get what was promised. And public records didn't always match what he bragged about on TV. That's when people stopped seeing it as gossip and started seeing red flags. Letitia, meanwhile, has stood by him through it all. But to some fans, her fierce defense doesn't just look like loyalty, it looks like cover-up, protecting her husband or protecting the entire brand. This is why the rumor hits so hard. Reality TV and real-life scandals go hand in hand, and we've seen plenty of stars go from cameras to courtrooms. Huntsville fans even started digging through business licenses, LLC filings, and property records, turning into armchair detectives. The more inconsistencies they uncovered, the more the FBI theory started to feel believable. And Carlos, he's been letting the cameras roll, giving just enough room for shade and speculation to keep fans hooked. Because in reality TV, the truth doesn't need to be proven, it just has to feel real enough to keep the audience watching. But while Carlos benefits from the drama, the Scotts are the ones living with the fallout. Even if the FBI rumor isn't true, the damage can stick. Business partners grow cautious, fans lose trust, and once your name is tied to federal trouble, it's hard to shake. The couple has gotten good at spinning the narrative, blaming haters who want to tear them down and making it about public perception instead of possible wrongdoing. For now, that strategy works. But if there's any truth to the financial issues or failed projects, eventually the cracks will show at the end of the day. Carlos wins either way. If it's just a rumor, it makes great TV. If it's real, he's got the downfall caught on camera. But for Marsau and Letitia, the risk is much higher. Whether guilty or not, their brand, their businesses, and their reputation are now tied to something much bigger than reality TV drama. And this time, the spotlight might not just fade, it could burn everything they've built. And that's the danger of playing with fire in the reality TV world. What starts out as a juicy rumor for ratings can snowball into something that has real-life consequences. For Marsau and Letitia, this isn't just about messy Twitter threads or shady cast arguments anymore. This is about their livelihoods, their family's legacy, and the empire they've been trying to build in the public eye. When fans start questioning whether your business is real or just for show, that doubt lingers, and doubt is poison for entrepreneurs who rely on trust and credibility. Meanwhile, the court of public opinion is brutal. Once fans believe a storyline, it doesn't matter if it's true or false. Screenshots, memes, and old clips get recycled to prove whatever theory people want to push. And right now, the dominant theory is that something shady is happening behind the Scots' polished image. Every social media post they make, every public appearance, every word in an interview is being dissected like evidence in a trial. That kind of spotlight is relentless, and eventually it breaks people down. Carlos, on the other hand, thrives in that chaos. He's built an empire by keeping audiences on edge, never fully giving them the answers, just enough suspense to keep them watching. He knows the formula: mix truth with rumor, add a dash of mystery, and let the fans do the rest. But what works for ratings doesn't always work for the people on screen. While Carlos can walk away with another successful season under his belt, the Scots are left picking up the pieces of their reputation. And here's the real question fans are starting to ask: is the show crossing a line? Reality TV has always blurred the line between entertainment and exploitation. But when federal investigations get thrown into the mix, whether true or not, it feels like more than just good TV. For some viewers, it's starting to feel dangerous, even reckless. If the Scots are innocent, then their names have been dragged through the mud for a storyline. If they're guilty, then cameras are documenting their downfall.